10 superior ways of teaching statistics online. The first thing before anything else, in line with the dictionary definition, statistics is a mathematical science concerned with data collection, presentation, analysis, and interpretation. From another point of view but from the same source of exposition, statistics is a systematic collection of data on measurements or observations, often related to demographic information such as population counts, incomes, population counts at different ages. The word, superior, portray and display an outlook of something which is powerful. From the above information, it is as sure as sunrise to state that the superior ways teaching statistics online are the more comprehensive methods of teaching statistics discipline on the internet via the social network platforms which the tutor decides as an alternative to utilize. By dint of statistics discipline being described as a mathematical science, the pellucidity and lucidity of facts that belie for its tutors to behave like mathematicians is that it contains and retains many formulas and formules that pertains and appertains to calculable topics and subtopics which are done in their special and specified ways. With the exception for that and expection for more, obviously just like the wise saying that states that every good thing has its disadvantages, it is sincere like what is genuine to declare and decree that statistics discipline has its ups and downs. Its ups are its advantages same as benefits derived from it, whilst on the contrary, its downs are its disadvantages or limitations found in it. However, these ups and downs become manifest when they affect the individual specializing in this domain in diversified ways, but what is important now is to display if not outplay the list of mixed blessings about other things that matter while providing exposition about what can be possibly talked about in this theme. The following are 10 superior ways of teaching statistics online. 1. Ensure that the writings on the board are easily readable and use absolutely clear teaching display board. Just like a blackboard, a teaching display board can be a smooth surface with its specific length and width tilted vertically and used for the purpose of noting down, calculating and displaying results of statistical-based arithmetic quizzes. One of the realities that has been clearly made to be a common actuality is that some statistics students who act as sycophants of statistics teachings online by following and viewing online statistics teachings normally if not abnormally find it tough and rough to see and view pieces and portions of information noted down during statistical calculations. This is what hampers some students from keeping on to understand the teachings up to the end. In some cases, some students can withdraw from following the teachings of some tutors upon discovery that the calculations on the board are not legible enough to be seen. For this reason, it is highly recommended, like what is necessary, that you use a suitable faultless marker pen to ensure that the writings on the display board are presented close to the screen and after being noted down legibly to enhance readability. 2. Use the language that the majority of the scholars understand in the world. The language that many school-going students decipher in the 6 continents of world is that which can be spoken also by students in higher and lower levels of learning. Fortunately, like what is very far from being unfortunate is that statistics discipline is taught in at least high level of learning, and therefore it can find when a statistics student has at least known not only how to speak but also how to write the words of the language that can be understood by many world scholars. In many circumstances, many scholars understand the English language, and this makes it be more preferable for use to ease an understanding and to curb same as avert communication barrier that can emerge from language barrier. 3. Use a moderate speech speed rate in the course of practically demonstrating statistical calculations. From Thesaurus, the word moderate means, not excessive, acting in moderation. What matters is that your speech speed rate shouldn't be too fast nor too slow. Moderation is essential to ensure that statistics students grasp and catch every statement or phrase that you mention verbally in order to prevent them from missing important detail that should be listened to. 4. Use a moderate arithmetic calculation pace. This means that when solving statistical calculations, ensure that you avoid being too speedy or too slow. This will ensure that students who follow teachings at a low pace don't lose track but get the track down and understand information taught till the end. 5. Teach step wisely. Teaching step wisely means teaching in a step-by-step style from the first procedure up to the last before making conclusions without skipping steps due to assumptions. An assumption in this perspective can mean assuming that students know some steps that you are avoiding due to you considering them as easy steps to know while doing the calculations. To ensure that students who have a low tendency of understanding come to understand everything about the calculations that you demonstrate, skip no step even if it's considered easy in order to catalytically catalyze the rate of understanding. 6. Use simple styles of giving clarifications. Simple styles of giving clarifications are just provisions of explanations in apparent and transparent ways which are deficient of opaqueness but display laymanism such that a common person can understand. 7. Ensure good organization of the work. Well-organized procedures or steps of statistical calculations makes it plain for students to copy notes or information pertaining to shown solved examples after which they can study and practice them at their study times. 8. Use multiple examples of topical calculations-based quizzes that can never be set in examinations. It is true to say that for you to arrive to a destination of using multiple examples of topical calculations-based quizzes that can never be set in examinations, you need to have mastered every trick in the book pertaining to statistics discipline. This is because upon mastering styles in which arithmetic-based statistical questions can be set in examinations, you will not only be able to solve complex statistical calculations but also you will be able to know the different fashions in which statistical quizzes can be examined. 9. Ensure that you always give teachings using up-to-date syllabus. According to the dictionary, the word update means a modification of something to a more recent, up-to-date version. It also means a version of something which is newer than other versions. Up-to-date syllabus is essential for use with the aim of avoiding to mislead students through providing teachings using formulas and formules of ancient syllabus. The danger of not using up-to-date syllabus while teaching online is that ignorant and innocent students will take your teachings as matters taken to all instances and purposes, a decision that will transcend into them successfully failing in their examinations but before assessment they believed that they were well versed. 10. The last thing, which is not a least thing but the decision that should also be taken as the first entity in teaching statistics, is that introduction and clarification of theoretical information related to the statistical calculations should be done first before moving to the phase of one-on-one calculations. This is of high importance to ensure that students know and note down the knowledge that will help them make recommended judgments of the outcome of each statistical calculation which is to be interpreted.